I found a fallen piece of driftwood. I'm going to try to make a tool out of this. That's better. Okay, good. This is where it's going to be cut. Right here. So this is going to be the base of our baton. So I picked a billet of wood that's about, from my arm to my shoulder, just about. From what I read, this is supposed to be the right size for it. And I'm going to make two small modifications to this billet. Okay, so the first modification I'm going to make is I'm going to bevel one end of this baton. Now, my understanding is that this kind of beveling, it prevents the wood from splitting later. Hopefully this works. We'll see. We'll find out. Okay. Now, one thing I gotta say about this wood, I specifically picked out hardwood rather than softwood. And also, this wood was not touching the ground, so I didn't want it to rot, at least not too much. Let's go ahead, cut it. Little edge here. Just go ahead, take it off. Bevel that. Okay, so there's the beveled edge on one end. on the other end, my understanding is that we need to basically cut at a vertical angle along the base of it. So let's give that a try. All right. Take a little bit of time. You know what, I really have to say, guys, people on YouTube making bushcraft videos make these things look a lot easier than what I took them to be. This is actually kind of difficult if, I guess, if you don't have sort of the muscle memory of using a knife already sort of absorbed in your mind. For me, doing this for the first time, it's actually not easy at all. It's very, very actually clumsy. Even though the knife itself is ridiculously sharp, as you can see. I'm sure technique also has a lot to do with it as well. Almost. Almost. Alright guys, so this multifunctional baton is done, and it took me about 15 minutes to finish this thing, which is way longer than what I thought. You know, watching YouTube videos, it seems like this would take just a minute, but quite a bit of detail that goes into making such a simple tool. Okay, so now I'm going to show some of the functions that, that this tool is supposed to be able to do. Nice. digs a hole very easily. You can also use this as a club. Supposedly this can work as a rabbit stick, so let's give it a try. In general, I have to say that I'm impressed with this simple, primitive bushcrafting tool. Definitely works as a good, solid baton. It works as a club. You can use it as a throwing stick. You can use it to pry off bark really, really easily. One thing I noticed though is that when you're digging with it, I made the angle of the cut very sharp originally, but that seems to wear away very easily. So, I've since sort of rounded off the corner of this thing so that it's not as acute, and that seems to hold up much better when digging holes. But overall, this is a very impressive tool, given the amount of time it took me to make it. I'm sure, if my carving skills are better, I can probably make it in 5 minutes and not 15. But overall, a very, very impressive tool. And I have to say, it's probably going to be the first tool that I would make in any kind of bushcrafting situation. It's just so useful.